my channel. This is Rosie and we're back. I was thinking of doing this video for quite some time, but you know, I don't know why I didn't film it yet, but I'm filming it now. When I saw the video, I'm like, this is my anthem. This is my anthem for the whole summer. She is giving me all kind of feels and she looks bomb. So I thought I would recreate the look where she is rolling around that room, being all sexy. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with that. So my skincare is already on. I didn't get any foundation on. Foundation. I am, however, going to do it really quickly because I want to focus more on the look. So let's get it popping. I have been getting a lot of sun. Now it's hard to see because my face is pretty light compared to my body and like my chest and stuff. It's hard to show you right now. And I also have sunscreen on, which is why my shoulder might look a little shiny. But I'm a lot more tan on my body versus my face. I wear sunscreen, I try not to be in the sun too long. My skin color is fluctuating all the time. I go outside with my daughter often, and since it's summer, it's been hot, it's been sunny when we go out. I do wear sun protectant, but my body is super tan right now. I'm going to try to use the VK10 palette because I did swatch it the other day on my own skin. Sorry about the glare, and this one seemed to actually work really well on my skin. I've been using the Drunk Elephant Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil to kind of mix with it. I just want to show you what I do, not only for myself but for clients. I have a palette that I use for myself, for my clients. I sanitize it. So I chose my colors. It's hard to see here, but I chose my 3 colors here. K01, which is this one right here. And then I used to highlight the K06. And then to contour with, I used MB6. And I'm planning on using my Hourglass foundation brush. This is the one they sell with the Vanish Stick foundation, and I love it for anything cream. I love it for a lot of things. They have another brush that is probably more versatile than this one. However, I do love this one. I need a headband because my hair is wild right now. So she says, and a lot of videos have come up, has surfaced now after her discovery of putting powder on after your primer. I do it after moisturizer. I feel like my skin cannot take that many layers, so I'm not gonna bother with it. And this technique has actually been working really well for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Kat Von D Lock-It setting powder and just dip my big ass Morphe E54 up in this. I grabbed way too much. And I'm just gonna pat it onto my skin. And mind you, I didn't put primer on. So if your skin is fine with wearing primer in the summertime, then go ahead and do that. But I'm just not gonna bother. I'm just gonna put right over moisturizer. And I'm gonna pat it on. Now this brush holds a lot of product, so I don't have to dip into my powder anymore. See, like you just, right. It's funny because I feel like a lot of makeup tips contradict each other. Like, oh, make sure you have something sticky on your face so that your foundation stays, and all this and all that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put my complexion in MAP, show you guys before I blend it out. I'll be right back. Here I am, back again. Now it looks kind of scary. Pre-blending. For those of you who think this is a lot of makeup, it certainly is not. I just have it mapped out. I didn't use a lot of product. Okay, I'm gonna start blending out now. I know often you see people putting on a lot, however, you don't have to put on that much. It's just for show, to show off all the products they have. So all I use is a very little bit, and I'm gonna blend out. If I need more coverage in certain areas, which I can definitely conceal with just this and not put any oil on, I can definitely do that afterwards. I kind of try to stamp it and then blend afterwards to kind of spread it out. If it looks too heavy still, just keep blending. But that just depends on what you're using as well. And then after this, I'm going to go to the eyes, and I'm going to try to use as few palettes as I can. Unfortunately, I can't use a palette that's currently in the store in stock, but if you have a Nordstrom Rack by you, maybe it has it there. At my Nordstrom Rack, they do have this palette I'm using, which of course is the electric palette. I think I'm gonna use a Shade and Light eye palette from Kat Von D alongside with it, because it has a lot of transition shades that I think would work best with this. It has everything I need. Oh, look at that. All right, so yeah, let me just prime my eyelid. I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit closer in. As usual, like a ritual, I'm using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance for my eyeshadow base. So make sure I smooth it all over, because I do get oily. Of course, it is almost midnight, so I'm not going anywhere. However, it does make sure that the colors are brighter and then it lasts longer than not wearing a primer on. I'm gonna just grab whatever brush and kind of dust on a shadow. So I'm grabbing the Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to grab the lightest shade right here. I'm not sure what's called. Oh, fell out again. I'm gonna use Ludwig right here. I'm grabbing this Morphe old B13 mini brush, and make sure I sweep this all across the lid. We are going to do more of a smoky eye on the lipstick, because Rihanna has more of a smoky, sultry look, which I adore. You can use a gel liner for this if you'd like to, but I'm using the Marc Jacobs Highliner in Noir or in Blaquer. My apologies. And I'm going to tightline on my eye. I'm also going to use this as an eyeshadow base. Now, you don't have to bring this up really far. I'm gonna keep it on the mobile lid and blend it up. And it's gonna make that turquoisey, bluey green that she uses in the video really pop on the eye. And go ahead and put this in the waterline. And also under the eye a little bit. So now I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Shade and Light palette again. I'm gonna grab my tried and true E40 from Sigma, and just going to grab first Latest, this kind of peachy shade at the end. Because I did use that lighter shade, it'll actually show up on my skin. I can kind of start creating this smoky look with it. It's all about layering, especially with matte shadows like Kat's. You want to just gradually get a little darker as you go along, but you don't want to go right to bam. I mean, you could, but I like gradually getting to a deeper color, because then that way I have more control of how it looks. So because I didn't put any powder on my complexion and stuff, I want to make sure that I kind of get some kind of powder going on in my eye. Alright. I'm going to grab this Anastasia dual-ended brush. I feel like I always use the same brushes for certain eye looks. And I'm thinking of grabbing Latinus. It's one at the end. Latinus. I know this is too ashy. Let's do it. Let's just do Latinus into the crease. I'm starting to get there. It has to be gradual, just because smoky eye, you don't want it to get too crazy looking. Alright, now I'm going to start adding these colors onto my lid. But I'm going to my electric palette now, and I'm going to grab Fringe here at the end. And I am going to start tapping it onto my lid. I guess a tiny bit in my crease. I forgot to tell you what brush I was using. So I'm using the color Pop. I don't know what brush this is, but it's like this flat, fluffy kind of flat brush. I'm also bringing this underneath my eye. I'm going to focus this more on the 2/3 of my eye. I want to keep this outer part open for the black. So going back into this palette, I'm going to grab, what color is this? These names are terrible. Solas right here. I'm assuming that she intentionally has it more Hispanic sounding, but when you read it, it's because of the font. It's kind of hard to really see what the words are super quick. So now I'm just going to do the same thing and do this patting motion. I don't want to go right in with the black. So I don't want to go straight in with black and kind of ruin it. So this is kind of like my template to let me know how far I can actually go. And I'm going to stay within this range of the color I'm putting on. So it really helps me out. It might help you out too if you kind of get too, you know, free with the black shadow. Now with my E40 again, I'm just going to go ahead and blend the edge of everything. Grabbing the other side of the Anastasia brush. So I'm going to grab the black, but I'm making sure I don't put it all over the brush. I want to put it in precise spots so that I can kind of, you know, do my detailing. So you see, I'm kind of within the range of that brown. Now I'm taking this guy again, and I'm starting to blend the black. I'm just blending the edges of this really quick to make sure that it's all soft and blended and nice. I'm looking kind of crazy right now, so let me kind of even myself. Using my Real Techniques, I'm not sure what this is called, contour brush. That's what it's called. I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour and highlight palette. So I'm using the banana shade under my eyes. Banana shade under my eyes. Now I'm gonna grab whatever this shade is. This is all the way at the end this way. And I'm going to start bronzing with it. Rihanna with bronze. She got that brown girl bronze going on, so I was jealous. And I'm trying to achieve it. It's not working. Just kidding. I'm not that overzealous, am I? Now I'm using this guy in the middle to contour with. And the way I use it differently on the same brush is that I use the side for the bronzer and the tip for the contour. That way I'm not really using too many brushes on this big round face. And whatever is left over on the brush, I'm just kind of swirling it on my, oh, this is my throat, on my jaw. I'm gonna grab the Morphe palette and make my own blush. I think I'm gonna use this guy right here from the Morphe palette. This is the 350 palette. This is this one right here. It's kind of like that peachy kind of shade. I really like this color though for this look because I don't want to do red. I also don't want to do something too neutral because I don't want it to kind of uneven out my tan flow feng shui. And I always put it on my nose too. Because when you flush naturally, flush all up and through her And whenever I think of Wild Thoughts or whenever I watch her video, I think summer heat, so I'm bringing the heat. The only thing I have left to do is to put on lashes, which I'm thinking about stacking mine. We're gonna see how that goes for me, because I've never stacked my lashes before. For highlighter today, I'm using the Wet n Wild highlighter, and this is in Precious Petals. Don't know if it's cruelty free. It's by Jordana. I've researched this before. It says it is. So now for lip shade, I'm going to be using NARS Cruella, which this was cruelty free. I believe they changed their ways. And I'm using the Urban Decay Easy lipstick. Because this one's a little bit brighter. I'm using it for like a center guy. And then intensify it and brighten it up with Easy. Just finishing this off with Kat Von D's Lock It setting spray. I'll also leave the links for all of my social medias, including my podcast with Sarah, down below for you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!